Hey guys, I know it's only a month until Somerset, but I've been playing a slightly revised version of my PetSorc build lately and having fun with it, so I thought I'd share it with anyone who's interested. Basically, what we're doing is replacing the old rotation, which you can see on a couple of my videos. Wherever we're using wherever we're using a heavy attack in those builds, we're endeavoring to use 2 force pulses. And in the portion of the rotation where we do 2 heavy attacks, we're using 5 force pulses. As you can see, it's a little more intensive on the magicka, but when you've got a healer support, a few bubbles, it's perfectly sustainable. I've been doing plenty of dungeons and done Dragon Star with this, so you've got no problem at all with that really. The trick to sustain, as I learned, is actually using a 1 recovery glyph, which on the jewellery, it works really well. I wish I would have learned that sooner. But there we go, about 40k, that's only the second parse I've done with this. I got roughly about 40.1 or something on the first time. This time I got 40.4 I think, so it's very consistently providing 40k plus DPS. So I'll type the rotation out in the description. Nice thing about this build is that it's giving your group I think it was about 97% minor vulnerability uptime, so really excellent in that regard. We're getting that from the Blockade of Storms and the Asylum's lightning staff. We're using a normal Asylum's lightning staff, not the perfected one. I haven't got one, I can't be bothered with trying to get into a high-end trial group. I just like to play with my mates. So here's our CP, put a little bit more into Master at Arms this time. As you can see, the majority of our damage is still damage over time, but we've got a bit more coming from the Force Pulse and the light attacks. Witch Mother's Brew in order to sustain the light attack rotation. Lover Mundus, which you can swap out for the Mage if you are running this in a trial. People will hate you though with this build. Irrespectively, they're gonna hate you. You've got pets, people hate the pets, but I love the pets and I stick up for anybody else who loves the pets. If you're watching my channel, if you've subbed to my channel, you like PetSorc, and screw anybody who doesn't. That is my official position. Pets forever. Okay, sorry for talking nonsense while I scroll through my skills. You can see what I'm using there. One point to make is that you will have to put your ward on the back bar if you're using a ward. I did Dragon Star with this build, only using a ward in round 7 and for the final boss, and to be honest I didn't really need it for the final boss. It's possible to play Sorc without a ward. That's kind of revelation for me. It takes a bit more advanced knowledge, but you can do it. So there you go, my PetSorc build for the last month. See ya!